Hey, beautiful people. I had to go live on my laptop because I was trying to record my videos for today and something is going wrong with my internet. But I have to make sure I go live to talk about our day 23. So let's actually go in our workbooks and go over day 23. Remember, we already went over late payment sum. We're going to go deeper into it. And I want to just make sure you guys understand what the Goodwill letter is and what it's not, okay? Hi, Jacoby. I cannot record. Okay, thank you. So I want you guys to understand that a Goodwill letter is basically us asking them to remove the late payments because you probably were late on it. Okay, you probably was late on it most likely. Goodwill means that we did not mean to be late, but it happened. Okay, and we want them to actually remove those late payments. So it's kind of like us begging in a way. Let's keep it real. We kind of begging for them to remove the late payments. It's not like a guaranteed thing. Like they are going to definitely remove the late payments. We're begging them to actually remove the late payments. So the Goodwill letters, it asks the lender to remove your late payment. It works best if you have made payments since you made the mistake. So don't just ask for them to stop that, Jacoby. Don't just ask for them to remove the late payments and you're still currently late on it, because that's going to be very hard to try to get them to remove those late payments if you're still actually currently late on it. Okay, so make sure you guys bring that account up and make sure that it's current. Make sure you explain the reason behind the late payment. Be honest and be brief. Don't make it long. Give it a sentence or two maybe. I went over in yesterday's episode episode 23, day 22. I showed you guys an actual letter that you guys can use that we already came up with a few episodes before that, a few days before that too. But you guys can use that, and you guys can see we have a section where you will briefly talk about what happened to you. Okay. And make sure that you address a letter to a real person if you can, or a department. Sometimes you may want to call the company. So say if you had late payments with Discover, you may want to call them and ask, hey, who can I send a letter to? They may give you a better department of who to send it to and an address to. You might want to call and say, hey, what address should I send it to? A lot of times I just like to send an address that's on your Identity IQ credit report. Again, for Identity IQ, I showed you guys how to have access to that. All you have to do is go to the strongin75.com website. And let me actually show you. I'm going to make a bigger section too where you guys can just see how to access your credit reports. But this is just the way I want to show you guys how to actually see it. So let me actually pull it up here so you guys can see it. But you guys can get your credit reports from Identity IQ. When you get your credit reports from Identity IQ, you guys will be able to get access to the company. So the company's addresses. So you can see right here, Identity IQ, it's $1 trial to get all 3 of your credit reports for the first 7 days. I do suggest that you guys check that out, because when you guys know what address if you guys know what address you need to send it to, it's going to make it easier for you all. So definitely check that out, and you'll be able to know what address to send your letter to, and then also your disputes going forward, because round 2 we have to send it out to an address. I like to use the addresses that's right there, and again, you could always call the company and ask them, what's the address that they want you to send it to, because it may be a different address. So even if you're denied, you can send a follow-up again after 30 to 60 days, and maybe somebody else gonna get the letter. Maybe you can call to see if there's another place to send it. I was looking at one of my clients' letters, and I realized that with their late payments, again, I told y'all we should dispute the late payments with the bureaus, which we already did that, but you also should send something in to the company. But I did see that Equifax deleted the late payments, but they're still on TransUnion and Experian. That's still a start, you guys, because I tell people too, like, say if you got one credit bureau that's better than the others, then you want to find credit cards or loans that's just with that credit bureau if you can help it. Now, if you're trying to get a mortgage, that's going to be something different, because they're going to want to pull all 3 of your credit reports. But if you're trying to get a credit card and with them having their Equifax clear, I would tell them, hey, try to find credit cards that can only pull Equifax. And I know a lot of them, and I love them. So you guys can find that. I have a video on my YouTube channel too that go over credit cards that only pull Equifax. So I definitely want you guys to check that out. So that's basically what it is for day 23. Day 24, I'm going to actually just fill out that Goodwill letter with you so that you guys can see like how to actually fill it out. And then two, we're going to go over some more steps on day 25 to what to do if they're saying no, what you can do to, push it forward. But again, you can always send out dispute letters to the credit bureaus. That's something I do suggest that you guys do. You guys can just do that regular mail too. Just get you a good old regular stamp, put it on the envelope, you'll be fine. You don't have to do that certified mail. But I want you guys to make sure that you guys are just picking one account that's marked late, and then you want to draft that Goodwill letter out to them. Just get it done ahead of time right now. We don't have anything else to do in terms of for today, so you might as well just get that Goodwill letter done. You can copy and paste and fill it in too. You know how we have to put our reason and stuff in there? You can put the same reasons for all of the accounts and fill in all your information. All you have to do is change the account. So say if you got 4 different companies that you have late payments with, all you have to do is change the accounts out. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that tomorrow, because we're going to do Goodwill letters for all of the companies that are already on our credit reports. I feel like we should just already get that stuff done now. So we're going to do that for day 24. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And again, I'm so happy that the workbooks that came in yesterday, and I'm so happy for those people that I have to actually mail them out to. I love the workbook because we're actually able to just write in it. And the workbooks, you can get a digital copy of it for $17, and then you can just pay the shipping and handling, and I'll go ahead and mail the actual workbook to you. So that is something that is really nice for those people that want to actually have something to write in. So I'm already preparing to do like the best episodes of Strong in 75. I like to do like 30 episodes with 30 days that I think is the best, where I'm going to actually have downloadables available. I am creating a full out course. Hopefully I have it done early for those people that want to actually purchase it, where you can get everything that's already included in it. And then you guys can start seeing what is going to be the best episodes of these. But like I said, best episodes is the ones that have downloadables available, like where you get your dispute letters, you get your Goodwill letters, you get all of the things that come along with it. And I have the same thing for my Credit 101. When I put that together, that was actually 205 episodes, and I put it all on YouTube, so you guys can definitely watch it. But there's a lot of downloadables available for that, where you guys get dispute letters. It's over 40 different downloads that I came up with and I created for that course. And it's literally a $1 trial, and after the $1 trial, it's only $9.99 per month, so $9.99. So let me remove it. Let me show you guys that, just in case you may be interested in that. But I am doing one for just straight Strong in 75, and I am coming up with a workbook for our Credit 101 so that those people can have it. So here it is right here. Again, you got over 40 different downloads. They got their own dispute letters, their own worksheets, their own guides, their own checklists, because Credit 101 is its own thing. That was just about credit. So I'm going to create a full-on workbook for just that. So definitely check that out if you guys have questions. But that's all we really have to do today. You guys can start getting that your Goodwill letters together. You guys can also to just write down your reasons, and tomorrow I'm going to actually fill it in and show you guys how to actually create the letters, how to duplicate it easily, so that you guys can literally fill in those companies, and then how to send it out month after month. Then hope that they'll actually remove those late payments. Some people also had a lot of success with finding the CEO and actually emailing them and begging them to do something about it. So you guys may want to look into that also. A lot of people have success with Capital One with doing that. But I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll make sure I have details about the email addresses.